Hey, welcome back, my friend. Today I want to talk to you about conscious and subconscious beliefs. Now, you hear these phrases a lot, but what do they mean? How do they affect our life? How do they affect our thoughts, our feelings, and our behavior? That's what we're going to talk about here in this video. Our subconscious thoughts, our subconscious beliefs are there to be rules, operating instructions that keep us safe, that protect us, that keep us alive. The simplest example of this is to recognize that when you approach the edge of a cliff and there's a moment where you may potentially fall off of that cliff, your whole body recoils. That it's not voluntary. You don't think about it. There's no momentary I'm about to fall off a cliff. I should probably back up. You just naturally react to it, and your whole body recoils, and you don't fall off the cliff because it's fractions of a second, millifractions, milliseconds. We're talking about the difference between falling off a cliff and not is the need for a subconscious automatic reaction to things without a whole lot of time for conscious thought. Now, once you have recoiled from that and gotten over that initial reaction, then you can lean forward and you can recognize that your fear, you can recognize the anxiety that you were scared of falling off the cliff. And then you can say, oh, I was about to fall off the cliff. And you can look over the edge of the cliff and you can feel that fear in your body, and you can consciously choose to look over the edge. And you might even spit off the edge at that point. You might play with the cliff at that point, because now you're conscious, you're alive, you're awake, you're aware, you're making choices about what you want to do. And that's the conscious mind. That's the part where we're actually in control, where we're making some choices for ourselves, where we have a sense of self and who we want to be and what's important to us and what we value and how we want to live and what we want to do in order to support the things that are important to us in our life, the choices, the values that we hold for ourselves, the priorities that we have. These are all words to represent the same concept, the same ideas. And so when we're in that conscious place, this is where we are making choices. When we're in that unconscious place, this is where we're sort of not alive. We're sort of not awake, not aware, not in control. It's not really us making the choices. It's that automatic part of us that is keeping us safe, keeping us alive. However, that there are parts of our unconscious, right? We can write instructions into that unconscious when we were very young that now as we are adults kind of keep us in a loop. We can keep us in a loop of behavior, that we have thoughts and feelings and behavior that are producing results that we don't really want, that we don't really like, that we want to change, that we don't want to keep experiences, and that we want something different for ourselves. And in order to do that, what we have to do is be able to recognize, acknowledge our behavior and be able to track it back to our thoughts and our feelings and be able to say, oh, okay, I see what's going on right here. I have an unconscious belief, some sort of unconscious programming that produces a feeling that I react to, that I behave in a certain way according to, and that is keeping me stuck in a loop that I don't want. So now I need to bring that conscious awareness to what's going on. And now I need to make choices. And I need to do that over and over again in a repetition in order to override, rewrite, change, right? To renew my mind in a way that says, no, I don't want to stay stuck in that loop. I want something different. I want something new. I want to make choices for myself. I want to be alive. I want to be awake. I want to be aware. I want to live the way that I want to live, not just be reactive to my fear, my shame, my uncertainty, my anxiety, my survival, my not enoughness, my lack, my scarcity, my thinking that I'm not okay. And so that's the difference between unconscious and conscious, and we want to live in that conscious place. Now, sometimes it can be really hard for us to see ourselves. It's really hard for us to become aware, to acknowledge those patterns of behavior, to really be able to see that and then make choices about it. If we're doing that by ourselves, and this is where I was for a long time. I really was trying very hard to get out of the loop, but I couldn't see myself, and there were things that I needed someone else's help with. I needed someone else to listen to what I was saying and to ask questions and to challenge some of my beliefs, because I believed them unquestionably. I was not challenging them or believing that I had other choices. I needed somebody to challenge those things. I needed somebody to point to resources. I needed somebody to walk with me and be there with me without telling me how to live or telling me that I was doing it wrong or judging me, because I was doing plenty of that myself, judging myself and keeping myself stuck in a loop. And so that's what I do with men now. I listen and I ask questions and I seek clarity and I reflect back to them the things that they're saying. And I give them the opportunity to see themselves and to make choices about themselves. I give them the opportunity to go and read resources and watch videos and have thoughts about their thoughts and be able to renew their own mind so that they can get out of that loop and bring their awareness to their conscious mind, to the place where they can make choices and they can experience something different. So if this is you, if this is where you are, if you want something different in your life, in your marriage, in your job, in your world, then let's talk. Let's talk about what's going on with you. Let's talk about the things that you think are just 100% absolutely true and that have been unquestioned and that you don't feel like you have any choices with. Let's look at that and see if that's actually true, or if that's just the subconscious programming, the subconscious story that says this is how we stay safe. And let's look at how that is keeping you stuck in a loop of what you don't want. Let's bring it into the conscious and let's consciously decide what you do want, and do the repetition, do the work, do the practice of experiencing something different. There's a link in the description. Reach out. Let's talk. That's what I have for you today, brother. I'll talk to you soon.